So, first of all, let's start with Stockholm. Anni, what in Stockholm inspires you most?
I think if I go way back when I was a child, when I had never yet visited Stockholm, and my mother's grandmother used to tell me how she, for the first time after the war, traveled to Stockholm. And it was shining because there were sweet pastries in the cafes. And I think that is something that has somehow shaped or defined my picture of Stockholm, that it has always been something bit more, something more than Helsinki. And it has continued till now. I think that there are many things, from the energy efficiency goals of the new neighborhoods, or the successes of many businesses being located in the Nordics, just in Stockholm. So I think Stockholm continues to inspire us all the time.
Katarina, stämmer det här? Tycker du att det är rätt vad Anni säger?
I feel very flattered, and I think it's to say it from my perspective. I think coming here today, I came with the ferry this morning, stepping out in Helsinki, and it was a beautiful day, and Helsinki looked so lovely with the bath and the sea and all the houses. So I think there's so many things that Helsinki has that Stockholm doesn't have yet. And I'm really happy to be here today because it's such a beautiful day, but it's also such interesting topics that we're talking about today. And I think Helsinki has so many things going on now. So I'm really looking forward to listen to everything here, but also to see a little bit more of the city today and also tomorrow of what is going on. And I think since I'm also the deputy mayor of environment and climate, there's so many interesting things going on the climate work also that I think we should try to discuss more.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
What are you most proud of in Stockholm's climate change activities?
Oh, I think we have several things that I'm proud of, and I think there are from like big scale to small scale. One of the things, we have a district heating system in Stockholm, which is still powered about 10% with coal, and we have decided to close that coal power plant in 2022 at the latest, which is one really good thing, because I think that will lead us to have a totally fossil fuel-free heating system in the whole city of Stockholm in around 2025, which is quite good, I think. So that is one of the things I'm really proud of. But we also have a lot of different things from like big to large. So I think the one really important thing that you also did in Helsinki was to set a quite almost aggressive goal to be you are carbon neutral in 2035. And we have a goal to be fossil fuel free in 2040. But now we also made a decision to be climate positive in 2040, which means that we should not emit any more carbon dioxide, but we should also try to pick it up from the atmosphere to be climate positive. So we're working on that, and that is another thing that is really important for the cities, I think.
That is a great goal. Anni, how about Helsinki then? Where are we leading the global game?
I think at the moment, now that we have set the target to be carbon neutral 2035, we set the target with really broad majority. We were unanimous in the city board, and also the understanding of the importance of this target in the city council was wide, and we have a fairly detailed action plan to do that. I think that is something at the moment where we can be proud of, since there are some cities where you have really ambitious goals, but not necessarily the detailed action plan, and with only an action plan, but with no real target there, that wouldn't be good as well. But I think in the concrete matters, we have things that we could learn from in Stockholm. I think there are numerous things that we have discussed with Katarina, for example, the seawater heat pumps, the smaller sources of heat to the district heating system, many sort of technical solutions that are in principle there, but where you need pilots and practice to see how it really works. And then perhaps from a bit another perspective, I would say what we do share with Stockholm is the question that we are Nordic capitals, Nordic cities, and we want to combine the environmental sustainability and ambitious climate targets with social cohesion. And I think that when building a carbon neutral city, you have to take the social aspect with you. I do not think it makes things harder, but I think you just have to think it over and take it into consideration when you do things. But actually it can be of help that you invest in 70s suburbs, and then you perhaps do not only invest in energy efficiency, but you actually invest in schools and parks as well to make it a better place.
Could I just comment on that? Because
course.
I think it's a very important point also by setting those ambitious goals, that if we can show that our cities are climate neutral or climate positive really early, and we can also show that we have a high life quality. I read the other week that the Finnish people are the happiest people in the world. I mean, if we can show that we have a total like this social sustainability and the ecological sustainability, and that people are happy and have a high life quality, it's really important as role models for other cities in the world.
How much does Helsinki and Stockholm cooperate?
I think we cooperate quite much, and I think what is why it's good is that we are actually, if you take a step back, we are really similar in many issues. So there are urban planners, there are like those who think strategic goals. There are also cooperation in the building side of the city. But still, perhaps I think that we could even cooperate more, because Stockholm has really impressive record in reducing CO2 emissions. We have a tolerable record in Helsinki, and we will be more ambitious. But I think what is different from the times behind us or before is that we will have to be so much faster than we used to. And that is something where I think the further cooperation is needed to show each other how you can actually act fast.
Yeah, that's true. We all know much more has to be done to battle the climate change crisis. What is the most important thing on your agenda right now, Katarina?
The most important thing right now is to get out the fossil fuels from the heating system, but also to try to work on the traffic, because as we heard, the traffic is like the biggest challenge for, I think, almost every city in the world. Yes. And you have to reduce traffic, you have to change the way people travel or not travel. So that is actually a really important thing. I think traffic.
What about Helsinki?
I think the question, since Helsinki still has these 2 coal power plants, and our mayor in his speech talked about this issue that we want to be the city that gets rid of coal, and there is sort of 10 years or a bit less time to do that. And we want to do it without just changing the fuel to biomass. And I think that is something where we really need, why we need an international challenge, and why we need solutions and thinking that combines the economics of energy production, it combines the technologies, and it combines also our ability to act in an environment, for example, in the energy efficiency of the buildings, where you need thousands of actors and decision makers around the city. So I would say that is probably the hardest and something that has to be remembered every day.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you and good luck in your very important work. Katarina Luhr, Anni Sinnemäki.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.